We all respond to kindness. We are, in fact, as human beings, hardwired for a sense of belonging, of care, of kindness, of love. These are primary needs of human beings that we all have. And we're also hardwired to give and to share that to others. Our modern day society, our way that our world is at this time, doesn't necessarily encourage and embrace this part of caring for all of us beyond our religion, our culture, our various divides. But it doesn't stop this deeper, fundamental truth that we are all longing for belonging, kindness and love. And when we relax into this deeper truth, this deeper heart wisdom, there is space and place for deep healing within ourselves, between each other, and a deep recognition of what I call a fundamental truth, that we are interdependent beyond our culture, our religions, our race. That when we listen to that heart wisdom, if we see another in distress, the natural response is to care. The natural response is to show kindness. Do we dare to do that? Do we dare to recognize this deeper truth that in fact we are all one? If you're in pain, I'm in pain. We're hardwired with that empathy. If you truly allow yourself to witness another person in pain, you will resonate. That's our hardwiring of empathy that allows us to connect on that level, to care for one another, to take care of another. And when we give space and permission for that part of us in our everyday lives, when we reach out with kindness in ordinary situations, we start to have extraordinary experiences. For many of us, we have behaviors that are over the top of who we really are. And some of those behaviors are not very pleasant. I'm sure you can all think of at least one person in your life who is, let's say, particularly difficult to be around because of the way they talk, they interact, or the way they are. And often it is those people have the most unpleasant behaviors that are in most need of kindness, that are in most need to be seen beyond that surface behavior. And often that surface behavior is unconscious. The person isn't aware that they're putting out this energy, or sometimes they might be. But whichever way, whether it's conscious or unconscious, generally it's a protection because the person is feeling perhaps vulnerable or insecure underneath. Can you connect to that part in them? Can you connect to this beautiful being who's inside? Not the behavior. Look beyond that. See if you can tune in and sense who this person really is. Connect with them there. Experience who they really are and speak to that part of them with kindness, with care. You might find that miracles happen, that communication that you've never had before unfolds, that maybe that very unpleasant person turns out to be a very interesting and fascinating person who's had a lot of trauma or difficulties. And you get to witness and experience that. When we experiment with this and we feel within ourselves that space and place for kindness, it's not just that we're showing it and experiencing it with another person, but it starts to also develop that connection of kindness within ourselves. And we all respond to kindness. So it also, when you're in that self-judgment or action that you know is your protection, your behavior, can you also be kind to yourself? And to say, hey, take a breath, it's okay. And to allow what then is a more natural response instead of the covered protective behavior. This is where the magic is. And this is where the connection and the true space and place of belonging and love and care can arise. Experiment for yourself and just see. I find that when we allow this state of caring and kindness, both within ourselves and with each other, so much more can happen. And my bigger vision is, how would it be if we all allowed more kindness in our everyday life? I think we would all benefit from that. So I encourage you to practice. Thank you for listening.